fast as you can and find a different bathroom. Those are your two options. If you're lucky, there'll be a women's bathroom and it's going to be too late in the day, and there's going to be no one in there, and you can knock on the door and like have a buddy wait in front of the door for you, and just use that one and apologize a million times. But that's your only other option, maybe. So I'd say those are all the situations, if you run out of TP, that you could deal with. Next up on my list was wash your hands. Now, this seems like a given. I know what you're thinking. Tyler, everyone washes their hands. No, they don't. Okay? Here's the thing. There was a period of my life where, like, not all the time. It was normally if it was like a quick trip to the bathroom, like, 10-second trip to the bathroom. I was like, this was when I was really gross as a child. So it was like probably 10 through, 11 or 12. Not that I didn't do it all the time. It's just occasionally I would forget to. People got to learn to wash their hands, okay? And I'm not talking like, go up to the sink, put some running water under it, whatever. That's only if you run out of soap. If there's soap there, you put it under the little automatic soap dispenser, because this is, the 21st century. You rub your hands together nice and good, and then you rinse it with the water. But oh my gosh, you do not walk out of that bathroom without doing anything, because that is disgusting, especially if you just got out of a stall, because that means you went number 2, and that is really, really gross. Don't think that you just can get away with not washing your hands, okay? I've seen people do it at restaurants, at movie theaters, places that you really should wash your hands, okay? People just walk out of the movie theater, went to the restroom, number 1 or number 2, and then they go and put their hand in a communal bowl of popcorn. I can't stand for that, okay? That is really actual, just grossness. That's, not for me. So, make sure you wash your hands, because, and this last one, because we're nearing the end of our show here, this last one is mainly for guys. Guys, we've all heard of it before, but I just want to make sure that we're all clear on it 100%. I believe it's called the 1-3-5 rule. So this means, and you can scale it, but this means if there's 5 urinals, and a urinal for anyone that doesn't know, because not everyone has one, basically just the stand-up version of a toilet. That's what a urinal is. I would assume everyone knows. But guys, 1-3-5 rule, basically it means leave a urinal in between each guy. If someone's going to the bathroom, then you go to the 1-2 of his. Okay? So like someone's in the first urinal in the bathroom. Then you go to urinal number 3. Now if there's only 3 urinals, there is no use of number 2. That's going to be a clean urinal, because there's going to be no use of number 2, like the urinal number 2. You can go to number 1, or you can go to number 3, but there is no going to number 2. The only case where this is kind of allowed is if there's only 2 urinals, but even then, be wary. Not that there's any problem, and not that it's like I'm afraid there's a guy that's going to look at me, whatever. Like, get over yourself. No, I basically think it's just common. It's just going to a bathroom, I feel like, is a very private event, and it should be a very private event. We've evolved a lot from where we used to be, where everyone just would go in one giant body of water. Going to the bathroom should be like a private affair, in my opinion. So you don't need to be standing right next to the other dudes that are going to the bathroom with you and like hear everyone else's pee sounds and your shoes getting hit with their, like, oh gosh, it's disgusting. So just leave a little room, okay? If it's an emergency, I understand, whatever, but you can wait a little bit or just go to a stall, I just think it's kind of disgusting. So there are times where I will definitely wait for a stall if there's too many people in the urinals, because I just don't think I should be peeing that close to other guys. It's a little weird. There's barely any, like sometimes there's no wall up at all, sometimes there is a wall, but even like the little small wall that they give you, that's just, no. I can still, if I looked to my right, I would see that person right in the face, and I don't need to do that. It's a really awkward, like, social thing where, like, we're hanging out, but we're not hanging out at the same time. Like, we're going to the restroom, and, like, we're just being buds because we're close, but, like, that's a little much. I don't need to be that close to anyone, okay? At least in that way, because it's just, there's just urine. Oh, gosh. It's disgusting. It's really, really gross, okay? So, that's basically all I got for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, review this podcast on iTunes. Leave me a 5-star or 4-star, or if you want to, write a nice review. I really only care about the stars here. You can write a horrible review, but give me the 5 stars. I want the 5 stars, okay? That just helps us become more relevant because obviously everyone in the whole world needs to hear this show. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Tyler Hudson. Go tweet at Enjoy LaCroix and tell them to sponsor my show. And do all those things. Share it with your friends. That's all I got for you guys today. Bye. This is a Fireslide podcast. Executive producer Tyler Hudson.